Hey guys, what's up? This is Mr.PvE. This is gonna be a video, kind of like an update video on the one headset setup for remote play. I get asked questions on there pretty frequently. It's the most viewed video that I have, and I just thought that I would make an update video for you guys so that you guys can see what it is that I have for my setup and how I made it work for me. So like I said, I'm using this headset right now. The microphone you're hearing is not from this microphone at all. It's another microphone that I have. Since I made that video, I have moved my setup around a little bit. I got another microphone just because this audio, although you can make it sound really good, it will never compare to just an actual microphone. But that's literally all I've done as far as changes to my setup. Everything else is the same, so I figured I would start here. This is StreamlabsOBS. This is what I use to stream. So I was gonna I have another video that shows you my settings on here, so I'm not gonna go too much into the settings as far as like my bit rate and all that other stuff. I'm just gonna go into some of the questions that are being asked. I have a lot of the questions that I get asked. I'm gonna try to cover some of the ones that are not as common, that I've either gotten asked on Facebook or that I've gotten asked on Instagram. And the first one being the PS4. Sometimes when you're doing remote play, it shows that it's working. You'll see the whole window, but it's black. You don't see anything at all. The main reason why that happens is remote play, for whatever reason, when it starts you up in a section that remote play doesn't allow to be sent over to your PC for whatever reason. My guess is something to do with security. So the way you fix that is just go to the channel that you have your PS4 on, and then just go into an app. Doesn't matter which one. Go into any game or anything like that. Click on it, open it up, and then back out of it, and then go check your PC. Hopefully you have it like right next to you if you're doing this. When you do that, you'll see that it'll pop up on your screen. So that's the first one that I wanted to get out there, because it was one of the ones that was, it wasn't asked that much, but I do experience it from time to time, and that's the easiest way to fix it. You don't have to turn off or restart remote play at all. Just go to your actual PS4, the screen, the input source that you use your PS4 on, and just click on anything and just kind of move it around. And if you have your laptop or your PC next to you, you'll see that the screen will just pop up automatically. Like I said, I think it's a safety feature that they added. It didn't used to do it so much before, but it has started to do it more and more frequently. That's one. Another one that I get asked a lot also is for party chat. If this setup works for your party chat, and it does work for your party chat. So I'm gonna add the PS4 to Streamlabs real quick, just so we can see it. So the way I do it is I go to Window, I go Add. I'm not gonna rename anything. You guys can rename all this as I go along. I'll be telling you what I'm doing, so you guys can rename them. This would be your PS4. So you go on here, find Remote Play, and just click Done. And if this happens to you, just right click it. Just right click it, and then go here, and then just go set the screen, and then that's it. It's probably one of the easiest things to fix. If you try to fix it by hand, sometimes you'll stretch it or you'll move it weird. Just do it this way. It's a lot easier. If you see over here, I have a lot of stuff muted because right now I want you guys to be able to hear what I'm saying more so than the game. But the game and stuff will come through, which you probably won't hear that because that's the sound that the stream hears. Okay, so that's the first thing you're gonna do. Second thing that I want to show you guys is your headset. So you would go to audio input, and right here it tells you what you're doing. So this is going to be for your microphone. You could relabel this mic. Go here, then you pick your source, what you're using. Right now my headset is connected to my PC. If you have this software, you don't have to have the USB converter, but if you don't have it, you're gonna have to get something like this. It's just a simple little it's how you would connect your headset to the computer, but you connect it to here, and then this USB goes into your computer and it'll transfer it into digital audio, which will make this easier for you, but you don't need it. Like I said, if you have this software, it'll do. You could do it with this software. I believe the software is free. You just gotta Google it. So then I click on there, and then that should have my source. And as you can see right here, the microphone is moving. I'm gonna mute it because I don't know if it's gonna duplicate with the audio that I have recording right now. And then you're gonna add your headset. So you're gonna go here. You're gonna go this one, output. And that, well, hold on real quick. Let me close that. Let me do it again. If you see what it tells you right here is like desktop audio or whatever, it's pretty much sending the audio, instead of sending it to your TV or whatever, you're sending it to your headset. So then you go here, go here. For me, it's gonna be this one. Click it. And now I have the audio coming in through my headset. See? And it shows it here too. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute that also. Alright, so this is the main ones that you're gonna want to have. Once you have this done on here, and this is all set, you're gonna go over to your PS4, your remote play. Now that you're in your remote play, I'm doing the 2-account method, so I'm gonna show you how to do it this way. If you're only doing the single account, which means you're gonna have your controller directly connected to your PC, then you don't have to do all the steps. Just the very first thing that I do, that's all you have to do. That's it. For the people who are doing the 2-account method, this is gonna be kind of more for you guys, just because I figured if I do the 2-account method, it kind of shows both. So I figured, why do two separate things and make it extra lengthy when I could just shorten it up a little bit. So if you see right there, when I move the controller, it doesn't do anything. You have to actually press it to go into the account that's actually using the remote play, which is this one. So you go to settings, you go to devices, you go to audio, and then you're gonna want to make sure that this right here is turned on. Okay, the microphone on remote play. And if you see, whenever I talk, this moves down here. That's how you know it's activated. Another way you can check, this usually will have a slash through it. That means it's muted. So unmute it, make sure it's active, and then you'll see it doing this. So then you will go down to here, and you're gonna wanna make sure that this is on TV, because when your chat talks to you, when you're talking to your chat, the chat's actually gonna be sent to the TV. Because your TV is muted, you should have your TVs muted so you don't get echoed. Since it's going to go to your TV, and therefore remote play is going to hear it on the headset, you don't need to have this going to a headset. If you have it going to a headset, you won't get any audio from your friends. That won't come through the headset at all. So you have to make sure you have it on output to TV. Okay. And if you go to microphone, you can test your microphone. You can see mine is actually really fucking loud. But that's how you know the microphone's working. Okay, so once you have all that done, then it's time to make your party. Your party, you don't want to make it on your first account. If you're using the single account method, then yes, you want to make it on this account. You want to go in here, make your party the way you normally do it. It doesn't matter, everything works the same. But if you're doing the 2-account method, you're going to want to make sure that you're doing it from the second account. So for me, in case you guys don't see it, let me see if I can show you guys this without disconnecting anything. This is the black controller. This is the one that's the main account, the remote play account. And then this is wireless controller. It's not connected to anything. This is the reason why you would want to do the 2-account method. So then you press your PS button on this. It'll send you to your actual account. Now once you're on your actual account, well, not messages, oh my god. You would want to go to party, create your party. Right. The only downside with the 2-account method is that if you do it this way and you could only add 8 players, you're technically only going to be able to add 7, because you have to send your account, the one for remote play, an invite, because that's where the chat, the audio, your audio is going to come through. So I'm going to go ahead and invite my other. See, so then you would go with the black controller and you would accept it. I don't know how well you guys can hear this, but there is a big echo because of this method. So you want to make sure that you go to your first account or your main account, the one you want to stream on, and you go here and you mute that account. That way you're not hearing yourself. You're not hearing the echo of yourself talk over and over, because it will echo and everybody hears it and it will make everybody's shit echo and it'll get annoying as fuck. So make sure that you mute this. Okay? So once you're on here and you have all that done, that's it, guys. That's literally all you need to do for the 2-account method to work. So it's as easy as that. 3 little things to get going. Right? Your audio's fixed up or whatever. Now there is filters and stuff you guys can use if, for example, you guys are playing somewhere where there's a lot of loud, you know, stuff going in the background. You're in a hot area and you have a fan facing you, stuff like that. You can go here, right click it, go to filters, go here. You're gonna want to add this filter, add this filter, and add this filter. So you're gonna do these 3. Once you have all these downloaded, or not downloaded but added, this one for me, I always have it negative all the way down. This one right here and this one are the ones you're gonna want to play with. This has to do with how loud you get and how low you get. You want to test your mic and just record videos if you have to over and over to where you get it just right, so that it only picks up you when you're talking. For everybody, this is going to be different because some of us talk a lot louder than others. Some of us are further away from our headsets. Like, say for example, you were to have your headset like this. Some of us like it like this. Other people like to have it up here so it's not in your face. Some people like to have it all the way down here. Some people I've seen play it with far like this because they don't want to get the P sounds that you get. So it depends on this. So this is going to be totally different from everybody. Same thing with this one. Me, typically, I usually have it's about here, like 18. And then this one is usually, it's a little bit, probably around there. I don't have it too far of a difference in the number. That's how I do it, but like I said, I'm using a different microphone now. The microphone that I'm using picks up audio a lot easier. So with your headset, you're gonna have to adjust it to your headset. Play around with it, record some videos. Make sure whenever you're recording videos that you record you while you're playing. So make a private lobby, whatever you have to do. If you're playing shooting games, make sure you're shooting. That's one thing you're gonna want to do. Okay. Another thing you're going to want to do is all your audio from your game and your friends is going to be coming either through your desktop or through your headset, which is this one, your output. Okay, so you would hear stuff going on here or whatever. Right now, you can see it's right here. So you're going to want to have the max audio on your games. Like the master volume, you're going to want to lower those down. I usually have mine around 50. 50 is always good. The reason why you want that is because you want that audio to be lower than your voice. And also, so the members of your party chat, whenever they talk, their voice is... the way you're going to want it is like this. Your voice should be priority. You should be the main person because it's your video, your stream, your content. It's you. This is about you. So you want your audio to be the loudest. And then you're going to want your chat so that whenever you guys are talking, joking around or whatever, you guys can hear each other pretty well. And then at the bottom of that, you're going to want your game. So say, for example, you would be at 100%. Your teammates or whatever would be at 75. And then your game would be at 50. So if you put your game at 50 and then you lower this desktop audio, lower this, probably to right under the yellow. Usually when you see those little bars moving, when you see this stuff moving right here, you're gonna want it so that it doesn't get into the yellow. You don't even want it really getting close to the yellow. About right here is where you want it to hit max, but you don't want to lower this all the way to there because that doesn't affect this. If you lower it here, doesn't mean it's going to stop there. It could still go way over that. So you're going to want to play it again with your audio, do some test lobbies, record your audio. Make sure that when you're shooting your gun and you're talking, that you sound louder than your gun, or you sound louder than the engine in your car, depending what kind of content you guys are making. You want to make sure that your audience can hear the game, so that if you're playing games that have to do with like a scary games that scare, you know, jump scares and stuff like that, you want them to be able to hear the footsteps. You know what I mean? The whistling in the air. You want them to hear all that stuff with you, so they can experience it with you. You just don't want it to be louder than yourself. This is literally how easy it is to set this up. You don't need anything else. On that other video, when I was moving stuff around and making my setup, there was a lot of stuff that I was doing because it was my first time doing it and I hadn't perfected it. But this right here is literally all you need to get done. That's it, guys. Let me go real quick to the comments, and I just want to see if there's anything that I might have missed. Yeah, okay, so this one right here, you need to, no matter if you see like my controllers, either one, I'll show them both to you at the same time. Hopefully this doesn't disconnect. But you see how they don't have nothing plugged into them? That I know of, there's no way of connecting your headset to your controllers that'll make this work. It has to be to your PC if you're doing remote play. All right, so yes, you can hear the chat. Like I said, you can hear them really, really good, but you have to make sure that you put the audio going through your TV and not to your headset, because it's not the same thing anymore since you're using your headset on your computer. This one, I believe that I went and I checked with my group to see if my headset was low. They said that my headset sounds the same as if I'm playing it right on the PS4. So the only thing I can think of here is either you have your audio really low. You know, you guys saw when I was doing it. Here, I'll do it again. This one. All right. So you guys saw when I was on that screen checking this. You see this? If you have it all the way up and it's still not working, the only other thing that I can think of is through your PC side. If you go on your PC and you go to your microphone, sometimes you could increase the amplification of the microphone, and that might make your mic sound better. If either of those don't fix it, it might just be your headset. Unfortunately, sometimes it's just, you know, there's not much that we can do as far as software or hardware. At software, it has to be the hardware. So unfortunately, that might be the case. I just did that when I was connecting it. A mic. Yes, so that answered that too. This, I just showed you guys how easy it is to do it. The only thing here that happens from time to time is if you start OBS first and then you open up remote play, it won't find the remote play for whatever reason. It just won't do it. So you're gonna always want to open your PS4 remote play, have it up and running, and be on that main screen on your menu screen before you open up OBS, or Streamlabs, either one. You want to make sure that you have remote play running first. Doing the 2-account method, playing alone, where would I plug in the headset? It's always going to be to the PC, guys. It's always going to be to the PC. With the 2-account method, you're going to want to make sure that your main account, the account that you want to use to stream, is the one that's wireless. So that's going to be your second account. So pretty much remote play with a dummy account, an account that you're not using. Do it to that, because all you're trying to do is get the mirroring software to work. Once the mirroring software works, then you can connect press the PSP button on your second controller, sign into your main account, and then you're good to go. The only way this won't work is if you're super far away from your PlayStation. It just won't work because the signal gets lost after a few feet, but I think it's still like 25 feet or something like that. But if for the best, so you don't get any lag or anything, I would say still be in the same room as the PlayStation, as the PS4. If a headset has a mic on it, will it still work? Yes. This is this is called a headset. If I'm not mistaken, this is a headset when you have a microphone on your headphones. This is a headset. When it's just headphones, I believe it's just called headphones. So this one right here, I actually went through my place. I have two of them. I have the two old fat ones, and then my friend has a slim, and he also has a pro that he just recently got. On all of them I've checked, on all of them there's an option to do this. Here, I'll show you guys. So you would back out of here, you just go to the bottom right here, and then just enable it, and then follow the steps, and then you'll be up and running. The only thing I can think of is if you're using anything older, PS4s all have it, that I know of. All the models have it. If you using like a PS3, then you wouldn't be able to, but I don't think that's the case. I think he might have not known where it's at. Do I plug it to my PC or the PS4? If this is for your headset, the headset's always going to be to your PS4. I'm using a computer and I think it's not the same Windows because... Oh, okay. I'm using Windows 10. I think this is what he means. I'm using Windows 10. If you're using any of the other Windows that I know, StreamlabsOBS works on almost all the versions of Windows, so it should literally be the same thing. If you're on on a Mac or something, I have no idea. I've never used one, so I don't even want to pretend like I know how to set it up on there. I wouldn't. But it should be literally the same steps. If it's not working, uninstall and reinstall. That's the only thing I could really think of. Voice chat, yes, this is real for party. It's not a fake chat. If you guys don't believe me, I do have a bunch of videos where I stream. I try to stream as much as I can during the week. You guys will see that I'm playing with my chat, doing this method. Like I said, the only difference is that I have this microphone still gets used to talk to the PS4. I still talk to my friends through this, but I have a better sounding microphone for the stream. I can't hear the audio of my headset. Any ideas? I did everything, but I can't hear audio out of my headset. Out of your headset. Right now, the reason why I won't do it is because I'm using OBS to record the stream of Streamlabs. But as long as you have everything, this is my secondary screen, so it doesn't have it. But on here, you have that little speaker. Click on the speaker and make sure you have your headphones selected. That'll probably be what's going on. Make sure you select your headphones, and you'll be straight. So remember, on the PS4, you don't want to have your headphones. You want to have the TV. And on the computer, you don't want to have the speakers that are on your TV, or if you have your nice speakers, you want it to go to your headphones so you don't get echoes and stuff like that. So hopefully that helps that. I'm trying. What is it? I started doing remote play on OBS, but I'm trying Streamlabs. If you can message me. I believe this person, I actually helped them on a live stream because they were asking me some questions about their thing, their channel. They actually have a pretty decent sized channel too, so. Okay, this is the thing that I was talking about. you have to make sure that you mute your mic. You got to make sure you mute your TVs. Like, just mute them, because if you don't mute your TVs and you're listening to the game, if your microphone picks up on that game, it's going to echo, and then that's going to make an echo, and then that echo carries over, and then it goes back and forth, just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Make sure all your TVs, all audio has to be turned off. It doesn't have to be turned down. Just put it on mute. Put it completely on mute. The only audio that you want is the audio coming to your headset. That's it. Yes, this is the main thing. The main reason why it works, if you're doing it the one account method, like I said, it's super simple, because you literally don't have to do the whole inviting yourself or whatever, taking up an extra slot. Your microphone will work the same way. It'll show up. It'll be bleeping. You gotta make sure that you have. You gotta make sure that you have. Right here, your input device, you got to make sure that it's the microphone on the remote play device, which will be your microphone for your headset, because your headset's connected to your computer. So as long as you guys have that going for you, you guys should be straight there. And I believe that was the last one, guys. So hopefully this helped you out for some of the people who have questions on some of the stuff that was going on. I'm hoping that this helps you. What I suggest you guys do before you guys even start doing any of this is, I would say to go to your themes on Streamlabs. Once you're on here, look for whatever theme you're going to want to use and then install it. And then once it's installed, then start doing all this, because a lot of times when you install them, it'll tell you game capture, and you just click it, put your source, and it does it for you. Other ones will tell you camera, so then you add your camera there. You just click it, select the camera you're using, and then that takes care of that. And then that way everything is completely set up. You have all your stuff going on or whatever, and everything is nice and simple. It just makes it really easy. When you do it this way and then you add a theme, what ends up happening most of the times is it makes another scene, so that you end up with two scenes. A scene that you already did all this to, and a new scene that you're gonna have to do all this all over again. So hopefully this helps you guys. If you need to know how to set up the live streaming and all that, I do have another video for that. It is linked to the playlist where this video is. So if you guys like the video, give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing, guys, and if nothing else, share the video. It would really help me out. And if you guys can join on one of the live streams, if you guys have questions and stuff like that, as long as I have time to answer you, then I would happily answer your questions or try to go through stuff. If I'm not doing anything that's too serious, where I could step away for a moment and kind of do some of this stuff live for you, you know, that's the best time to do it. I've done it several times in the past where one person had a question about my setup, and I was streaming at the time, but I wasn't doing anything serious, so I stopped what I was doing, and on the live stream I actually walked him through some of the steps of how to figure some of this stuff out and how to troubleshoot. But for the most part, like I said, this is literally all you need to get up and running. And then of course, if you're going to be adding your, you know, your camera, or if you're going to be adding any other stuff that I know, if you don't want to really add music, because as soon as you put music, you start getting into a lot of issues, and then they could even take down your video, so it's just not worth it. But yeah, guys, hope this helped you. I hope this helped you out, and like I said, if you guys enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up or a like, however you want to call it, and consider subscribing. And if nothing else, share the video. It helps me out a lot tremendously, like you don't even know. And have an awesome one.